So welcome back to another video. This is another two-parter. This one, we're going to go over managing a cloud solution. Now, for managing a cloud solution, we're really mainly going to go over administering an OpenStack and environment, right? Basically, similar to what I've done before, creating flavors, creating an image and an internal network, different deployment models and things of that nature, right? So we're going to go over these, and we're also going to go a little bit more in depth about different things about the OpenStack environment. So the flavor, it defines the computing power, right? That can be assigned to a specific virtual machine that's created. Now, by creating a flavor, right, a few parameters can be associated with the flavor, like the flavor ID, the vCPUs, the memory, the root disk, the ephemeral disk, the swap, the um, the public, which is the parameter that can be specified if the flavor is available for all projects or specified only for a specific one. But what we're going to do is actually create flavors in an OpenStack instance, right? So we're going to create a flavor. So let me actually open up Firefox and we head to the website, right? And I'm actually going to log in and bring you guys in from when we're officially at the OpenStack dashboard here. All right, so now that we're logged in, I'm going to create a flavor, right? And the flavor information selected section is selected. So it just shows us options to add parameters for the flavor, right? So we're going to name it like I did before for test flavor, right? And the ID is okay as auto. Again, the UUID will automatically be generated for the flavor. And for the vCPUs, we actually can expand that to one. For the RAM, I believe I want 512 for the megabytes. And for the root disk, I'll take 10. And for the ephemeral, that's fine. Again, ephemeral disks just offer machine local disk storage linked to the lifecycle of the VM instance, right? So when the VM is terminated, all data on the ephemeral disk is lost. 0 is fine. Now for the swap disk, it's not going to be used. I'm not going to be using it rather, so I'm okay. The default is fine. The RT factor or the RxTX factor is fine. So I'll just create it. And as we can see, the test flavor has successfully been created. Now I can actually create an image in an OpenStack instance as well. It needs to be created before an instance can be created in the environment. So I actually can go to my trusty putty here, which I use for the password to log in. All right, so I'm going to use deploy to open it up. And I'm not going to put you guys through everything, but I do have to enter, but I do have to connect to another node by establishing a secure shell connection. And then a few other things like determining the name of the container so I can see it and then access that utility container. And I'll place you guys on the other side of that. All right, so now that I have the image downloaded and created, so I'm now just going to get to creating the network, right? And I'm going to name it INT net one. All right, we can hit next here. Then our subnet name, INT subnet one. And then 172.7.0.24. Next. All right. And I don't need to do anything with the subnet details. So I'm just going to create that the internal network. And we should see it created successfully here as we do. Perfect. So, and this brings us to the end of the video with part one for managing a cloud solution. Just for a very brief recap, we administered an OpenStack environment, we created flavors, created an image, and also created an internal network for the flavors in the OpenStack instance as well. Hope to see you on part two for managing a cloud solution. Until then, stay curious, stay secure.